Hello, and welcome to Beyond the Starting Line, where I share my health journey. My name is Layla. So, current plan that I am on is still carnivore diet. I am doing a 16-hour fast every single day, 8 hours of eating, which really isn't 8 hours of eating, and actually it's probably a longer fast, but I'm trying to stick within the 8-hour window and doing a definite 16-hour fast. And what that looks like is eating right when my window starts, and then wait, and then I eat again for dinner, whatever time that looks like, and then I stop. So the goal is that it's an 8-hour window and a 16-hour fast. I'm also eating 1,200 to 1,400 calories. I tend to go towards the 1,200 calories. Also eating higher protein, 120 grams to 140 grams is what I was doing, and then staying as low on the fat as I can without having no fat. In a typical carnivore diet, you want to eat a high-fat diet with high protein. But as I had discussed in the previous video, I have to eat a lower fat diet, and that is based off of only my research. So not an actual diagnosis, because it's really hard to find doctors to help with these things. But based off of what I've learned from the internet, I have the markers for what's called lipotoxicity, which means I carry too much fat in my bloodstream, and therefore adding more onto it is actually really harmful for my body. I am insulin resistant, which is another hard thing to overcome when you are dieting and exercising. And that's why we do the 16 hours of fasting a day, is to help with that. How did my week go? Well, I lost 2 pounds, and so I kind of jumped off of the 3-pound a week mark. I was actually finding it hard this week to lose weight in the beginning of the week. What it has been like so far is that I'm steadily losing like a half a pound or 0.4 ounces a day. And so every day I'm seeing a little bit of movement, and at the end of the week it is totals 3 pounds is what it's been doing. But this last week I started struggling a bit. And so I did stick to my calories, my book out, and I stuck to my calories and protein that was originally recommended and everything. And then I found by Thursday, now I've been under a little bit more stress at home because of my husband traveling for work, and then that requires a lot of the home care completely on my shoulders. And so my body's physically exhausted, mentally exhausted, with all my kids' appointments and stuff they have to do, while still trying to care for them the best I possibly can. So the stress level has been a lot higher. Not having any anxiety attacks or depression or anything like that. I did feel a little mopey towards the end of the week, and I just realized that's because my husband has been traveling, which is always hard. So I did get a little bit more tired by the end of the week with all the physical stuff I had to do. And so that makes it really hard for me to stick to a diet. I have been sticking to it, but I found myself a lot more hungry. I have been battling the hunger because I am limiting down to 12,000 calories for this season of my life. When I first started carnivore, I did not even think about calories. I did not think about how much protein. I did not think about fat. I did not do those things. Tried the intuitive carnivore, and it didn't work because it wasn't meant to work for my body in that particular way. So that's why we're altering it now to do it to fit way it fits my body. And so why I'm intermittent fasting, why I am actually watching everything that comes into my mouth, why I'm writing it down the best of my ability. Okay, so with that, let's see. So I did lose weight, which is always amazing because I really have a lot more to go. about 2 days ago, when my husband got home from work, we sat down with the Claude app again, and I told it, we told it that I am still dealing with really being hungry. And I was able to put in my information from here, my food journal, into the computer. And so I am going to be slightly altering my plan. And okay, what was recommended is that I need to eat a lot more protein in order to stay satiated, which is what I'm missing. I thought that they wanted me to stay low, in the 120 gram, because a lot of other things I was reading too was saying that you eat basically the weight you want to get to. That's how much grams you should be eating. I would like to be between 120 and 140. And so that's why I was sticking to that setup. But Claude recommended that I increase the protein from 150 to 180 grams per day. And that would help me with the hunger problems that I've been dealing with. Also, at this point in time, since October 1st and we are on December 16th, I have lost 22 pounds. And so they say that I probably need to eat a little bit more fat than I am eating. So I need to bump it up to 60 to 80 grams, and I was eating under 60 grams. So now I need to go up a little bit higher in fat. Let's see. If that does not help this week, so I'm going to work on that. If that does not help this week, they also recommend that maybe one day a week I jump up to a maintenance calorie and eat enough so that I make my body not feel like it's deprived or that I might be starving myself, so that I don't have any of those problems. Currently, I don't have any problems or signs that I'm under eating at all. We've been making sure to monitor that. But I am hungry more often right now. And so the idea is that I will increase the protein and a little bit of fat to balance that out and still stay at a manageable weight in the fat department. You need fat for your body. It's just my body needs a little less. When I say I lost weight, I did lose 2 pounds. So my current weight is 186.1. Also, with the way I have been working and doing this, I don't want to say have a cheat meal yesterday, but it is my husband and my 23rd wedding anniversary today. And so we went out to Fogo de Chao, which is a Brazilian barbecue, which if you are doing carnivore is the best place to go. Can be a little pricey, which is why it's a treat for us to get to go. But for carnivore, it is one of the best places to go. I did have some cheeses as a treat for myself because I am not doing any dairy at all right now. I was noticing a lot of inflammation happening with that, so that I had to cut out. And when I mean inflammation is sore joints and my body weight not going down and staying higher. And so that is where I was with that. But I still did have some and enjoy that yesterday. Did not go crazy, but I did enjoy it. And then I had various types of meat. They had sirloin, ribeye, lamb, chicken, bacon. They had a couple other steaks options too. And so we just enjoyed that, and it did not affect my scale at all. Even though it does not fall in the parameters of my diet I'm doing daily, it still did not affect it. So that is an awesome thing to note. I quite enjoyed myself. I ate a lot, felt very full and satisfied afterwards and very happy. Did not feel sick from overeating garbage or anything like that. I did feel full, but there wasn't any of that sick feeling that you get when you're on a sad diet and you eat too much. So I went home and it was great. Next week, like I said, I will increase my protein and my fat. I am going to try and next grocery shopping buy more cod because it has a significant amount of protein, and fat. The fat is on the lower end of it. So for that, I would add a little bit of butter or cook it in some fat in order to increase the fat a smidge, but still um, stick in my calorie goal. I also am very excited. I came up with an actual like weight goal that I would like to get to. And some ladies might understand why I would do this. Originally I don't know what is going to make me feel good or where my body needs to be at, because it's been a really long time since I've been in a healthy weight, and that was not in my adulthood. That was in my childhood, in my teenage years. So my goal is going to be 20 pounds lighter than my husband. That would put me at between 125 to 130 pounds. And so that's where we're heading. I don't know if that's where I'm going to stay, because I also really want to get to a point where I'm working out and I'm making it easier for me to lift my children. My daughter is 115 pounds and she cannot use her legs other than to crawl. She cannot lift herself. And so all of that weight is on me. And yes, I do lift her regularly. I would like it to be a little bit easier. So after I lose that, plan is after I lose another 6 pounds and get to the 180 mark, I will then start adding a resistance training into my current plan, and start building lean muscle. I hope that works out. We'll see what happens. It is coming very close that I will be doing Thanksgiving. So you will be seeing this way after Thanksgiving. You will be seeing this in the new year. And the only reason why I am doing it that way and not having people follow me as I go right this minute is because I need to build my confidence in the fact that I'm finally doing it. I've been trying to lose weight my whole adult life, and this is the first time that I'm doing it, and the diet's working for me. I think we have figured out what is wrong, and so I'm finally getting there. And I don't want to start a video series of me failing every week when I haven't had success before. I do want to video my journey to share with other people, because like this week alone, I discovered that I'm probably eating not the optimal way for myself, even though I've been seeing success in the way in some areas. I am not seeing the complete success. Carnivore offers a lot for you, and you have to learn to listen to your body to gauge how it is going. And it used to be in every single diet I've ever been in that you have to follow their very strict rules, and it doesn't matter how you're feeling, because as long as you do what you're told, you will lose weight. And I've never gone beyond 20 pounds. It has always been the marker that stops. And then even if I continue to do that, I end up giving up after 6 months of nothing changing. So I'm working really hard not to, which is why I stuck to carnivore for a year before I started really asking why. Why isn't this working? And now I'm at the point where I've figured it out, and we're working. It's working again. I know a lot of people don't want to put emphasis on scale because it just it tears people down. The scale does. But it is one of the only methods of methods to measure where you're at. You can measure yourself with the measuring tape and you will see results that way quicker, but that takes me time. It takes me time all the time. And I am surprised that I've had the last 20 minutes here being able to talk into my camera without being interrupted. It is actually a miracle. I'm worried now. It's okay. My husband's out there. We'll figure it out. So I don't always have time to sit and measure myself. And so one of my only ways to measure how the day went previous is to stand on the scale and see if there was a weight increase, a weight decrease, stay the same, It allows me then to recognize what I did the day before. So that is where we are at. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you stick around to see where I end up.